but I'd really appreciate it because we're on such a spot. No, I'm sorry. I can't hear you. Bobby! So important. How am I supposed to talk over those garbage trucks?
They'll be gone in a minute, Dee.
You can? Well, thanks anyway. Oh, and I hope the children are better soon. Bye.
What's wrong?
Karen Yeagle can't make it to the rally to run the sound equipment. She's got 2 kids with infected ears.
Who else do we know can handle the equipment?
I can't think of anybody.
Oh, that's all we need right now is a darn squeaky microphone. Hey, Al.
Mr. Criswell, do you know anything about sound equipment?
Mary, you give me 2 wires, I'll electrocute myself.
Right, now that's at 8:30 tomorrow night at the auditorium. Yes, at PS 421.
I'll tell you one thing. It's at times like this that I really miss Frank.
Listen, I don't like bringing bad tidings, but,
What is it?
well, we were collecting more than just garbage today, Bob.
What are you talking about?
Rumors about Frank. It's all over how sick he is.
But he's better. Everybody knows that.
That's not what they're saying. Nothing to it, I hope.
Now listen, Al, you go over and tell those people that Frank Ryan is setting records for a speedy recovery. Then you also tell the same people to come out tomorrow night to PS 421, huh? See for themselves?
Well, what about...
Mr. Criswell, I hate to tell you this, but I think your garbage truck is blocking a lot of traffic out there.
Now, I'll bet you anything Vince Bogart has started those rumors. I bet you he's over there right now on the phone with all his people.
You know, I heard about it, but I hadn't realized it was all over Riverside.
Look, Mary, this makes tomorrow night more important than ever. We've got to show Frank at his best. He's got to knock him dead. He's got to kill him, man. No kidding.
Well, I'm gonna go over there and work with him in the wheelchair right now.
Yeah, well, I'll go with you. He's got to rehearse this till we get it right. Now, Delia, in case anything comes up, I'll be back in an hour or 2, okay?
Okay. Look, and don't worry about anything. Everything's gonna be great. Okay?
See you later, honey.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye, Carmen.
See you, Delia.
Resolution.
Ryan, I want you all to myself.
But there's one problem.
I want to keep my baby.
Greenlee starts the new year with a secret.
You have to promise Ryan will never find out about this. I owe you. This is our secret.
Watch All My Children weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 8 on SoapNet. Look what the new year brings. A new love.
I want to hold you.
I want that too.
And
She swore that she wouldn't tell John that Brody's the father of my baby.
a new beginning. You ready?
Stop!
But will the truth come out?
Stop this wedding.
Watch One Life to Live weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 9 on SoapNet.
You know how it is. You look in the mirror one day and you go, how am I going to lose this weight? eDiet's meal delivery from eDiets.com. It's the easiest, smartest, most delicious way to eat great and finally lose the weight. I know you're thinking, eat great and lose weight? Really? Really.
You'll love the food. There's no MSG, no fake sugars.
The food tastes fantastic. It's awesome. Very delicious.
It tastes wonderful.
Call now or go to eDiets.com. Choose from over 100 fresh prepared meals, not dehydrated diet food, but really delicious food. eDiets will deliver your favorite meals and snacks in a chill fresh container.
All you have to do is relax, enjoy, and eat great, all the way to slim.
I lost 115 pounds.
65 pounds.
25 pounds. 94 pounds.
Along the way, eDiets.com gives you real support.
Terrific online tools, access to registered dietitians and trainers, and friends who care about your success.
They're there with you to hold your hand, and they really care. Truthfully, I like everything about eDiets.
I've lost 30 pounds. All of a sudden, I find myself a changed person.
Hey, I made it to 50 pounds, and look at me now, I'm 60 pounds.
Millions of people have turned eDiets.com to lose the weight. Now it's your turn.
Call or go to eDiets.com and sign up for 7 full days of meals, 3 meals per day, fresh prepared just for you, plus snacks. So don't wait. Join eDiets. Eat great food and lose weight fast.
I believe that eDiets can change people's lives.
My husband will often say, "You're the hot wife." That's just boosted my confidence a lot.
eDiets has changed my life forever.
Call to find out how you can get 1 week of meals absolutely free. That's right, 1 week of fresh prepared food, 1 week of weight loss, 1 week of success, free.
Free? What are you waiting for? Call or go online to get started now.
Call 1-800-279-1604 or visit ediets.com now.
Frank isn't in there. He's down in physiotherapy.
Oh, well, I can see him later.
Jill, I've had a thought, and I was wondering if it might be true.
What thought?
Well, look, is there any chance that Delia might know about your situation with Frank? I've been watching her lately, and she's not a very happy person.
Yeah, she does know.
Well, it figures. That little lady's carrying around a load of hostility.
Well, she's made it very clear that I'm not one of her favorite people. But then I can't really say that I blame her.
No.
She hasn't said anything, has she?
No, not that I know of. I gathered that she hadn't much use for you or the campaign. And I suppose to her it's one and the same thing.
Yeah, it is.
In fact, she said that she was going to prevent Frank's winning. I don't suppose that she's capable of doing very much.
Oh, Roger, I wouldn't sell Delia short. It's my impression that if she made up her mind, she could move mountains.
Well, even if she can, I don't see how she could ever be any real competition for you.
You know, I know how it may look to the outside world, but I don't like to think that the two of us are in competition about anything.
No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it that way. I was intending it as a compliment.
I'm sorry. I guess I'm a little sensitive.
Well, you wouldn't be such a nice person if you weren't.
Thank you. It's nice to know that somebody doesn't disapprove. I mean, sometimes I just feel like the whole world is watching me and shaking its head.
Well, not me. But in addition to being very fond of you, I do have an ulterior motive.
Oh, really?
Well, when you were in private practice before Dad persuaded you to come on staff here at the hospital, you won a whopping negligence case.
Yeah, that's true.
And I assume that you took that fee and invested it in something suitably safe and secure.
Roger, what is this leading up to?
Well, actually, I was hoping that you might make me a small loan. Now, I've got an opportunity, a business investment that I'm very interested in. There's a building here in the area that they're renovating into nice small apartments. It's real estate. It's safe.
Nothing is safe these days.
Well, this is. I swear it. Now, I'll pay you top interest, Jill, and I'll pay back every cent within 6 months.
How much?
$2,500.
25? Roger, I don't keep that kind of cash around. I mean, it's true that I have some investments, but... Oh, no. No, really. I'm sorry, but no.
Are you sure that there's no way I can persuade you? This means very much to me, Jill.
You know, it seems to me that you and I have gotten really close in the past couple of months. And I'm really very fond of you.
I'm very fond of you, too.
And I want to stay friends no matter what happens. But I know one way to spoil it all would be to lend you money for anything.
Well, that's the nicest turn down I've had in months. I'm sorry I brought it up.
It's all right. It's forgotten. And anyway, listen, I want to thank you for warning about Delia. But it doesn't surprise me that she'd like to see Frank lose.
Yeah, it'll be 8:30 tomorrow night at the auditorium at PS 421. Right. Okay, we'll try. All right, bye-bye. Ryan headquarters. Well, I'm sorry, but I'm really not allowed to tell you anything about Mr. Ryan's condition, except that he's making excellent progress. Well, I'm sorry, but see, that's all that we say. Well, the family really doesn't want me to talk about it. Well, no, you have to understand. Okay. Well, I'm Sorry I can't be more helpful. Okay, bye-bye.
What was that?
Oh, it's just one of the mothers of one of the volunteers. She can't find her daughter anywhere. She was wondering if I knew where they were.
Yeah, well, I don't know either. Hey, listen, I was thinking I'd take this over to Frank. Huh? Might cheer him up?
I think so.
Great. Okay, keep up the good work, honey. I'll see you later.
Yeah, I will, Bobby. I will.
Come in.
Good morning. Just wanted you to know that we got everything all set up. Clem and Dr. Coleridge going out to California tomorrow night. They're going to observe the procedure the next day, look at some of the data, and then they're coming right back here.
Wow, you didn't waste any time, did you? I'm a little overwhelmed. Oh, thank you, Clem, for doing this. Well, please sit down.
That's such an interesting case, Dr. Bolak. Oh, interesting. But I don't mind telling you, I'd just as soon that the patient be someone else.
Yes, so would I. Thanks anyway.
Now, as soon as they come back, we're going to be ready to go. Coleridge is going to do the actual procedure, and Clem's going to assist.
Well, we're talking about what? The end of next week?
Yeah, about that.
Boy, now that I'm committed to it, I can't help wishing that we could do it today and just get it over with.
Oh, well, the sooner the better, that's for sure.
I assume, Dr. Moultrie, that you must be a highly skilled surgeon if Seneca selected you to assist.
We're not going to let you down, Dr. Bolak.
I'm sure you're not.
Could I ask you a personal question?
Of course.
When you first arrived at Riverside Hospital, did you know about your condition?
Yes, I'm afraid I did.
Then I guess that accounts for the problems they're settling in. I'd like to apologize if I made any of that harder than it already was.
Oh, no, look, I'm the one who should apologize. I'm afraid I didn't make it very easy for anyone. I was just so anxious to get back to my work.
Work? Well, that's what we intend to do. We intend to keep you working. Now, look, this procedure is new, but it isn't very complicated. You should be back in the lab within 3 days after we do it.
I'd like that.
And now, the only preparation that we're going to need here is going to be an angiogram. That's just in case there have been some changes since you had the last pictures taken last spring.
Of course.
Now, I understand that you have developed a new opaque dye.
Oh, yes, I'm just writing up this week's comparisons.
Now, we can use that if you'd like. It'll give you a little more to add to your statistics.
Well, I think that's a very practical suggestion.
And, of course, you know that our dear Ed Coleridge is one of the finest surgeons in the city.
Yes, Clem, thank you.
Okay, then everything's all set. I just wanted you to know that we haven't been idle.
Well, that's about the last thing I'd ever accuse you of, Seneca.
So you just take it easy, and we're going to get in there and to fix that artery up, and it's going to be brand new.
I'll call you later.
Seneca.
Yeah.
Don't go. Not yet.
Not if you don't want me to. What is it now?
Hey, Clem, what's going on?
Your father asked me to go to California with him. It seems that Dr. Nell Bolak has a problem, and they've got a procedure out there that's going to help her out.
He's taking you?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, how did you manage to pull that off, Clem?
It's time, Erica. Choose a door.
Choices. They are life's constant. Anything is possible, right? The choice to be brave. I have breast cancer. The choice to turn back. I feel like I'm way out of my league. But when life doesn't turn out the way you hoped.
Something awful is going to happen here.
Am I dead? You can wonder, did you ever really have a choice? Am I married?
No one gets to see their future. That's not how this works.
The shocking new season begins.
I need to know.
Being Erica premieres Wednesday, January 26th at 11 on SoapNet.
Attention parents and grandparents of young children. Have you received this special notice from Gerber Life? If not, you're urged to call this toll-free number now because Gerber Life is accepting applications for their affordable grow-up plan. It's easy to help your child get off to a good financial start for just pennies a day. Free information will be sent to parents and grandparents who call now. Or you can apply right now over the phone if you'd like. The Grow Up Plan gives your child $10,000 in whole life insurance protection now, then doubles automatically to $20,000 later at no extra cost. Later on, your child can buy more, up to $100,000 in total protection, regardless of their health or job, 10 times the original amount. The Grow Up Plan also builds cash value over time that you can borrow from later. Help give your child a head start for just pennies a day. Don't wait. Call now for free information.
Call 1-800-273-3163. Help give your child the financial head start they deserve. Call now for your free information.
People are talking about All My Children's Annie and JR. Shirley Haggard posted on Facebook, a perfect match. And Karen Traffic in Menezes agrees. Yes, 2 peas in a scheming pod. Jason Black thinks JR loves power, control, and Annie loves to be in the arm of someone who has those qualities. Sally Goodnads, they are both ruthless and fight for what they want no matter who they hurt. And Naomi Carson-Parenthos concludes, they are the hottest. People are talking about All My Children weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 8 on SoapNet.
What is it now?
I'm afraid that just at the moment I'm not the strong, stoical person I'd like to be. The fact is, I'm still a little bit terrified.
Of the procedure?
That and of being left damaged.
No, there's very little chance of that happening.
There is a chance.
All right, it's a new procedure. And it is surgery. Even if it's not major surgery, it is surgery, yes.
And it could mean that I'd never be the same again.
No. Look, now what it means is that you reduce the risk of a fatal aneurysm by 50%. Now that seems to me like a risk worth taking. And it's a lot less risk than classical surgery. I don't know. It just seems to me that in a situation, it's better to do something than to do nothing at all.
And you're confident that the iron silicone injection will prevent the aneurysm from giving way without thrombosis?
I am confident that after the procedure, you are going to be a lot better than you are right now this minute.
Well, I wish I were sure.
No, look, I want you to have every day of life, of good life that's possible. I would not urge this on you unless I was convinced that it would mean added months, maybe longer.
I know. I just wish I weren't so frightened.
You're a very strong lady. You've been carrying the ball on this thing all by yourself for a long time. Now you've accepted my recommendation. Could I convince you to put your trust in me on this thing?
Oh, Seneca.
Nell, I want you to trust me. Look, I'm not totally confident about that many things, but I know that if there's a possible chance of anybody in this whole wide world pulling you through this thing, I can.
You'll go through the whole thing with me step by step.
You bet.
Thank you, that helps. I think for the first time I can say that I am more than a little glad that you're here.
Well, I certainly hope so.
Dad, I don't believe what I just heard. You're doing surgery on Nell Bolak, and Clem is going to be assisting you?
That's right.
Why Clem? Why not me?
There's no reason why not, Roger. You're perfectly qualified. But so is Clem. And
So-
he happens to be the one that's chosen.
So in other words, I'm being penalized because I'm your son. You picked him because you don't want anyone to accuse you of showing favoritism.
No, I've tried to make a fair choice.
What's fair about not being fair to me? No, I'm just as good a surgeon as Clem. I've read about the magnetic procedure, and I'm extremely interested in it. And this is the first time it's being done outside of California, and with Dr. Nell Bolak as a patient. It's obviously a medical plum.
Roger, I understand your disappointment, but only one person can go, and Clem has been selected.
Selected how? You are so afraid that someone is going to come along screaming nepotism that you're ruining my career.
Roger, I warned you that when you wanted to do your residency here in this hospital, that I couldn't give you any preference.
I'm not asking for preference. I just don't want to get lost in the shuffle because you're afraid that I might make things look bad for you.
Look, Clem
has just as good credentials as you have.
But no better. Besides, he's got 2 patients in intensive care who need his attention in the next few days.
Does I didn't know that.
You know, Faith has always been able to get whatever she wanted. Anything from you. Well, just this once, I want something. And I don't see how you can turn your back on me.
I've already cleared the arrangement with Dr. Bolak.
Well, if I can unclear them, do you have any objections?
Roger, look, please, leave the situation as it is. Just as it is. Do you understand me?
I'm not going to let this chance go by because you're afraid to fight for me. Now, we both know it isn't just this one procedure. Whoever does this has an absolute inside track on the chief residency next year.
Perhaps.
More than perhaps. More than possible. Now, I'm going to see Dr. Bolak the first chance I get and see if he won't reconsider who goes with you to California. And I'll tell you something. Clem isn't going to get away with this without a fight. Not while I'm around.
Next, spend some time in Genoa City with the Young and the Restless. Later, see who's stirring up trouble in Pine Valley on All My Children, only on SoapNet. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Tree Hill. It's SoapNet's One Tree Hill New Year's Day Marathon. Fabulous. Watch it from the very beginning.
How are we gonna pull that off?
From first fights to first loves. It's the first 8 episodes that started it all.
I dare you to show us how you really feel. Kiss Lucas.
Ring in your new year with a little drama.
I just want to have some fun.
One Tree Hill New Year's Day Marathon, Saturday, January 1st, starting at 9 a.m. on SoapNet.
Happy New Year
from One Tree Hill
and SoapNet.
Attention if you have diabetes.
If you have diabetes, I have groundbreaking news for you. Citizens Medical has a way for you to test your glucose nearly pain-free. Imagine, no more pricking your fingers. With this new meter, you can test from a tiny sample taken from your arm so it's virtually painless. And listen to this.
Your blood glucose reading is 103.
This meter talks to you. Seeing and hearing your reading can help you confirm accuracy. Best of all, Citizens Medical can send you one at no cost.
I don't test on my fingers anymore. I use my arm and I can barely feel it. And I love how this meter talks to me.
You can have your diabetes supplies delivered to your home. They work with Medicare or your insurance. They handle the paperwork and have nurses certified in diabetes available to answer your questions. Call Citizens Medical today and change the way you test.
Daniel and Philip have had their differences.
I know the truth.
But when they must come together for a christening,
Time to get this show on the road, Parker.
can they put the past behind them, or will they turn a baptism into a bloodbath?
I'll kill you!
Watch Days of Our Lives, weeknights at 6 and 11 on SoapNet. Go to SoapNet.com to sign up for the weekly SoapNet newsletter, the source for all the latest soap news. Enjoy a weekly email with links to photo galleries of your favorite stars, cast comings and goings, storyline sneak peeks, fun quizzes, and the scoop on special events. Sign up now at SoapNet.com.
This is Erica, your average complicated 30-something in therapy with a not-so-average therapist, Dr. Tom. His specialty, time travel therapy? She doesn't talk about her past, she relives it.
Wait, where am I going?
Literally. After 2 years, it's time for phase 2.
Let's do this!
Now she's running from the law.
Oh my God!
Rescuing her family.
Lay off my brother!
And dealing with her own mortality.
9 years from now, something awful is going to happen.
Am I dead? So now what?
Good question. Check out the all-new season of the SoapNet original drama, Being Erica. Premieres Wednesday, January 26th at 11 on SoapNet.
Who's coming and who's going? SoapNet has the status update on your favorite stars. You know her as General Hospital's Emily and Rebecca, but now Natalia Livingston is moving to Salem on Days of Our Lives.
How can I stay away?
On One Life to Live, Brandon Buddy is saying so long.
This is the right thing to do.
While Terry Colombino is Landview's newest resident.
That is amazing.
Daniel Cosgrove returns to All My Children as Scott Chandler.
Come here often?
And General Hospital fans can now catch Tristan Rogers on The Young and the Restless.
That's a bonus.
Keep up with the latest status updates on SoapNet.
This thing feels like it weighs a ton.
Oh, come on, Frank. Lean into it.
What do you think I'm doing?
honey, if you can just gather a little momentum, you'll be so much better.
I'm lucky if I can get it to move at all.
Listen, Frank, there's all sorts of ugly rumors going around the Upper West Side that you're not in shape. That's why it is so important, the impression you make tomorrow night.
I know, but at least I'm going to be there, and my speech should show them something.
Look, the speech alone isn't going to cut it. The people want to know what's with Frank Ryan. The Frank Ryan we got to show them is healthy and in charge. He's got to wheel in under his own steam. He can't be pushed in by anybody. All right, come on, we're going to try it again. And I want you to hit that wall, okay? Let's go.
Okay.
Come on.
For the old school time, huh? All right. All right, here we go. I can't do it, Bob.
I'll be right back.
Is that because of me?
I don't know.
Look, I'm getting stronger. My arms and legs are getting much stronger. I can do it pretty soon, Bob.
Yeah, sure, terrific. But what do we tell the voters when they want to see something?
Hi. Frank, you're sitting up.
Hello, Dee.
Bobby, are you sure he's well enough? Are you sure he's okay to do this?
Yeah, we're not rushing him, honey. He's just not strong enough to move the chair by himself.
Well, maybe I could push him. Would that help, Bobby?
No.
I think I have found the answer. How's this?
What?
An electric wheelchair.
An electric wheelchair?
Move this control, and away you go.
Away we go. Little sister, you are a
Honey,
genius.
you're not going to have to worry about running out of gas. You're going to zip right up to that microphone, all by yourself.
That's right. You're going to project the image of the guy in charge. You're going to have time to work on your speech. You're going to be able to shake hands. You're going to be able to grin. A little charm.
Right.
Boom.
That's
Oh,
great,
beautiful.
great. Would anybody mind if I try that? Could I sit in it?
Go ahead.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Oh, good. Oh, like this. I'd really like to have one of these in the supermarket, you know, to go shopping in. What makes this work?
This control.
Right.
Push it forward, and you go forward. Push it backward, and you're in reverse.
Okay, let's give it a go. Ready? And then back.
That's great.
Oh, Frank, you're gonna like this a lot.
I know I am, Dee.
Well, how does it work? Is it a battery or what?
Yeah, let's see. The battery's right down here. Well, that's a darn simple little operation. You just got some wires, you got a gearbox, and a bloody battery.
That's really amazing. You know, just thinking about that.
What is?
Well, you know, it's just so strange that, you know, that appearance tomorrow night is so important. You know, the whole election depends on this piece of machinery.
In Port Charles, revenge is a priority, relationships are disposable, and good medical care is a necessity. Keep up with this fast-paced city with an all-new episode of General Hospital, weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.